Greetings and salutations, artisans. It is I, Wolfphototech, and here we are with a fun little video talking about this fun little item. I moved my camera back thinking I wanted it farther away, but then I decided, hey, I'll get closer. This is a fun little box. It's called Baldur's Gate Dark... I want to say Dark Descent, but it's Descent into Avernus, Dice and Miscellany, or if you want to go Dice and Miscellany, Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus. This is a little fun dice set. This is actually the thing they started doing, say, after they tried doing these. And, see if I can spot a date on these. Those were produced in 2018. These are produced in, this one was produced in 2019. It's a fun little case. It's a plastic little shell that pops off. And you get yourself a little tiny dice rolling toy with it. With a top and a bottom. Belt in the top of the lid. Skull motif. It's actually pretty well constructed. And then you have a bottom section where you store all your other stuff. I'm going to pinch this so I can pick all the dice out. And you got the dice right in those, and this two pieces of plastic. And then in the bottom of it, there's these cards. And these are the replacement to the big maps that were in the Maps and Miscellany. You got yourself a little folder, a poster of various demons and devils on the back. This is the front card with a little dear letter to you. Or specifically, it's actually the letter to the adventurers. And on each card in this is a picture of the type of fiend or demon that you'll be encountering, with a little bit of fun flavor information tacked in there, with some really neat artwork and the name under it. And the artwork is entirely new. It is not used in the book. It's not used in the Monster Manual or any other books, to my recollection. I should actually pull out Descent to Avernus and look at it to double make sure that I just didn't lie to you by accident. But as I said, the front half is like Old Devils. It's all pretty cool artwork. An Avernus, different style artwork for Avernus. And we're going to go from devils. You have to deal with a lot of devils. And then you're going to slide into demons. Because, after all, you have to deal with the demons as well. And as I said, the artwork is pretty darn cool. But in the case of this Dice and Miscellany set, it's mostly just little fun bits of artwork with quotes from Volo on the backside. And not a whole lot else. You could, as a dungeon master, work these quotes into knowledge checks for your characters. And then there's a little two-sided Strange Encounters in Avernus card. Roll D20. Front side is the 10s, 1 to 10 result. The back side is 11 to 20. And then it's Trinkets of Fiend. It's two-sided. With another little thing from Volo. And then on the back side is the alphabet. and then open up the mini poster where it has all the devils on the bottom and the demons on the top with size comparisons. And this is probably fairly handy as a reference for people. And right over here is a human Hell Rider. So you have a quick reference in comparison. Typical human, all the rest. Okay? And then on the back side, there's a map of Avernus. Now, my official review score for this is that this is actually, compared to these, this is actually less useful than those. The maps in the Maps and Miscellany are handy dandy for dungeon masters to easily prepare fun little adventures for your characters to go through. However, in the case of this, what you get is a dice tray. You only really need one or two of these. You got a top and a bottom, are both felted. So you could say, like, if you have this, you can hand them off to the 2 newbies in the group, or 3 or 4 newbies. If you have the other ones, which I have, and I'll cover. And it's handy for like loaning out to players, and you have a dice set to loan out to a player. But when it comes to these, it's just handy stuff that adds flavor. And if you get into dungeon mastering regularly, you probably will develop a bit of an understanding after reading the monster manual and going back and reading older monster manuals and older books. You'll get a deep repertoire of terminology to refer to various creatures with. And these cards are handy dandy. They're not exactly handy dandy. They're decent now if you're completely new as a dungeon master. But if you have built up a library of, oh my goodness, if you put together a library of books from various editions over the years, you would already had tons of information to hand out to your players. By the way, that is actually done from Kinzer and Company right here. It's from the Calamar setting. It's actually one of the oldest third edition settings there is. But back to this here. These are handy. Not super handy dandy. They're probably like a 3. If you're a new dungeon master and you have a bunch of new players, it's like a 3, but it actually collapses down to a 2.5 on the star rating. So it's like it's not bad, it's not good, but the more stuff you have already, the lower the grade, because you've already had all the good stuff you need, and you don't. There's nothing in here. You got a little bit of fun and text, but there's nothing really new in here that really is you need this for this campaign, or this is really useful. This is mostly like a flavor thing, and that's basically it. So there you go. It's sitting around that 3 mark. It might be a 3.25 star mark. If you're brand new and you happen to really want to run Descent into Avernus, don't run Descent into Avernus as your first adventure. But anyways, if you're running Descent into Avernus and you're relatively new and you're a little crazy that way, there you go. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. If you disliked it, leave a dislike. Please consider leaving tapping the subscribe button and hitting the bell. However, I'm perfectly fine with hitting the subscribe button. I put that in there upside down. But anyways, thank you very much for watching. Have a delightful day, a nice night, a wonderful week, and a magnificent month. And see you next time.